Hey, kids, how would you like to hear this on the screen instead of the great show you came to see? That's what you sound like. Honest. Please cooperate and do your part in keeping this theater quiet so everyone, including you, can enjoy it.
Is that a new jam? You wouldn't dare.
Wow, debuting a new jam on a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday?
It's never been done.
First question is
to new music.
the first question is this in fact a jam?
This is definitely a jam.
Oh, yeah.
It's also a vibe. It's a whole ass vibe. It's a vibe of the Wednesday edition hump day of the DNBA show presented by Manscaped.
Your balls.
Your balls will thank you.
Thank you.
They will indeed. Go ahead and use that promo code DNVR20, get 20% off. If you're thinking about a gift this 4th of July, I don't know, maybe a weird thing to, one, give a gift for 4th of July, and then two, to make it a ball shaving equipment. But if you were going to do that, you would be supporting DNVR in one of the best ways you can, to be honest with you. So go ahead and check them out. I am your host, Adam Mattis, today. I am joined by my esteemed colleague, a man who takes only 30 seconds to shower. It's Eli Coe.
Confirmed.
Not confirmed, but I did take a shower in a very short amount of time. They were able to find out just how long it takes me to get ready in the morning, which I didn't even do anymore. So
Not long enough.
It was impressive. The man with the Peloton hair.
He's got a hat on.
Yeah, I got a hat on today. Hair's a little out of control. Can't let
that's
it
Peloton hair.
Can't
That
let
is
it fly free
Peloton
today.
hair.
How frequently do you get a haircut, Harrison?
Like when I had to be more presentable, it was probably every 2.5, 3 weeks, but definitely stretching out plus 3 weeks plus now.
Doing 3 months now. And then, of course, over here, I got nothing for him, except for the man with the Vashawn Leonard signed basketball.
Yeah.
Vashawn.
What's up, guys? By the way, it's the happy birthday to DNVR Nuggets on Twitter.
That's right.
Yeah, it's our
Freaking
birthday.
birthday. Happy freaking birthday.
Cracked open a beer for that. Yeah, that's really random. I had no idea we even had a birthday. There's no guest today, guys. We're going to be going solo because there's so much content to get to. There's actually a lot of things. And it's probably the only time in a week that we're going to have this. But you know what? We got lots of great content, lots of stuff that happened today. We're going to play some games later on. We might even play a little Pictionary. We'll see what happens. But first things first, we talked to Michael Malone today, guys, for the first time. And how many weeks has it been? 7? It's been quite a
month
while.
and a half. Yeah.
A month and a half since we've talked to anybody inside the Nuggets organization on that sort of formal setting. But today, the Denver media, the national media, a bunch of people were on the call today to talk to Michael Malone and hear from him. I'll start with you, Harrison. What were your thoughts? What's your biggest takeaway from that interaction? It's a 25-minute phone call with him, or Zoom call.
Yeah, so my biggest takeaway, look, the Nuggets fly to Disney World on Tuesday in 7 days or 6 days. They have their first practice, first 5-on-5 practice in 3 months, scheduled for 7 or 8 days from now. But my biggest takeaway was I feel like Michael Malone, what's top of mind to him right now might not even be basketball. It's kind of what's going on in the world right now. And, he's been at the forefront of this thing, with a lot of NBA coaches and NBA personnel wanting and being out there. Hey, we're going to continue this conversation when we're in Disney World. We're not going to let it go away. We're not going to let basketball overrun it. And I feel like he's trying to stick to that. So I feel like he's kind of walking the walk to an extent. And that was my biggest takeaway. He is still really just laser focused on racial injustice and where this country is at right now.
I'm passionate about it. But what did you make of his comments today? Not necessarily just about that, but about everything. What was your takeaway?
I mean, the basketball takeaway is that the Denver Nuggets seem to be, as a team, still focused on this collective team goal. That's not to say they're not focused on other things, but there's been plenty of reports of players around the league who are considering opting out for health reasons or otherwise. Not the case for the Nuggets. They expect everyone to be there. They expect Jokic to be there. So I like where Malone's head's at and his perspective. Things are bigger than basketball right now. But if they're going to be there and they're going to be competing for a title, it sounds like they're ready.
Yeah, the basketball stuff is interesting. I know, Eric, you weren't on the call, so I could ask you. You could do BS. Do you want to just fake it? Just wing it, Eric.
Do you want me to
Yeah, please.
Let me go ahead and react to what these two said. Actually sounds amazing, honestly. Michael Malone, as you know, I'm a huge Michael Malone stan. And,
We do know that.
I just love his perspective on life in general. I think that's the exact right perspective for him to have. That He really understands just the ecosystem that exists outside of what it is that we're talking about, what we do every day, but at the same point in time, like, is able to focus on things that are seemingly smaller but also large. And he's there for his team. Like, I just really respect the man. Like, even though he, in-game decisions aside at some points, like, I just really respect him, and every time that I hear him speak, it only solidifies that.
He's a thoughtful.
And even though I didn't hear him speak, but I heard him speak via you.
He is a thoughtful guy. My takeaway, it was that I think was the biggest takeaway because of how adamant he was. He opened up rather before any questions began. He sort of issued a statement, and
Yep.
Malone is really media savvy in that I feel like he knows how to work a media scrum, and that's what this was. And I think one of the points of him handling it the way that he did today was his way of saying, I don't want you guys to turn the conversation away. Like, I want you guys to stay on this, and we're going to start talking about basketball. You're going to start asking me all these questions, but I don't want to become a distraction. Right. I felt like that's the tone he was trying to set, almost for us, because I know for them, the coaching staff, the players, I know they're going to have a lot of things planned. But that's kind of my takeaway. But when we get back to basketball, there was two things. Number one, Nikola Jokic still in Serbia, still not in the U.S., and the team flies to Orlando on Tuesday. And it sounds to me, Matt Moore actually told me this earlier today on the Lockdown Nugget show. He said that Jokic actually can't fly to Denver and ride with the team. He can't go with the team to Orlando. He's going to have to meet them in Orlando or come to Denver and then fly separately to Orlando for whatever reason. That's part of the team's protocol. But nonetheless, Jokic still not in town, and it doesn't sound like he will be joining the team until next Tuesday when everybody quarantines. Are you a little bit shocked by that vote?
No. I mean, obviously they're going to want to see 2 negative test results, right, within 24 hours before they want to introduce him back into any team ecosystem. I'm sure, I don't know if you guys saw the MLS news today.
Right.
Looks like some players tested positive when they arrived. They were isolated, quarantined. Other members of that team tested positive later on in the week after entering the bubble. So not surprised, also not too worried. There's just something about Yoke that, like, I don't know if he needs to be at every practice to be prepared and ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there's one guy who can miss a practice, it's probably him.
Talk about practice, man.
Well, I think all of the Nuggets, because part of the point of this week, I mean, today was supposed to be the first day of these workouts, right? And the team, really the first day of the team starting to get on the court and put in things. I know they had to be separate, one at a time, but it still was part of the ramp up to the season. Denver not really getting that with their facility closed. And I'm not going to say I'm concerned because I don't know how valuable those one-on-one workouts would have been, but it does feel, and even talking to Malone today, it felt like it felt like when you have a vacation or something coming up and you haven't packed and you haven't done anything, and it's like, okay, my flight's in 2 hours and I have to pack, I have to set this, I have to set my bank account, all this stuff. That's almost what it felt like, and them not getting these workouts. I just feel like they're going to assemble in Orlando on Tuesday, stay in their rooms for 48 hours, because that's what they have to do once they arrive there. Stay in their rooms for 48 hours, and then everything begins, and it's going to be the craziest scramble of all time.
Yeah, I just feel like there's just such a general sense of uneasiness right now. Really, like with everybody, the players, staffers, coaches. Like Malone said, he was asked how confident he feels like in the bubble. He's like, yeah, I feel pretty confident.
It was almost an afterthought. That's what's so interesting is if you were to rank sort of like his, concerns for this, it would be like the social justice stuff was top of mind.
Yeah.
The whole like how to handle a team in this environment was next, and then like, oh yeah, coronavirus. Like, oh yeah, that's the thing too. Like,
that's what I actually wrote about today. Like every team, and the Nuggets are one of these teams. They're trying to balance the social justice aspect of this. They're trying to balance the coronavirus aspect.
Yeah.
Then they're also trying to go out there and try to win a freaking championship while staying sane in a Disney World bubble. Yeah. There's like a lot of stuff you got to balance here.
Malone, I think he had the quote, we're putting safety over our team ahead of this phase 3.
Yeah.
And I just think that's the way it has to be. I also don't think there's a lot of deluding oneself or any team self into thinking that they're going to get to that Spursian level of prep right now. I mean, there's not a real adequate ramp-up period right now, and it certainly hurts to miss out on some of these workouts, but You know what I mean? I don't think that these are essential given how little impact I think they'll have at this point in time.
The biggest day for the league, honestly, is going to be like the 24 to 48 hours. So maybe the biggest 2 days after everybody is quarantined and the tests are done and everybody's like, that's going to be the biggest day for the league.
Adam, I like your analogy of this feeling like a trip where everything is like you're scrambling.
Yeah.
That feeling like, oh, we got to do this. And it's funny that then when you get on the trip, you're like, why are we worried? Like they're going to be scrambling, and then they're just going to get in a place that they're going to be for 3 months. So I feel like
you're right.
Well, I mean, it's going to be, that will be the case. Then they'll have a lot of time to sort of like sit, think. They're not going home. You know what I mean? Like there'll be a chance to sort of like decompress. But I agree, this ramp up, the fact that we've been talking about it for 12 months, 14. I mean, where are we now on the timeline? Like it just seems insane. But I think once you get there, you decompress, you get the lay of the land. It's not a weird idea. The bubble. It's just like, oh, we're like on a trip together as a team, and you're able to.
I'm going to use a physics metaphor here that I totally don't understand. But isn't the idea of an event horizon where like you never actually arrive because time just keeps you always get like halfway there or whatever, like
I think so.
The theory, right, stretches out. I feel like that's where we're at, whereas like 4 months ago it's like, oh my god, forever. Then we're 2 months in, it's like, oh, it's forever. But now we're 1 week away, and then soon we'll be 3.5 days, and then it's just we're never going to actually get there.
No, definitely not. It's something will be taken from us at the end. I know that for sure. Like it's as close as like the closer we feel, the more I feel like I can taste this sweet peach. I know it's going to be ripped from my jaw. So I can't even get excited. Like,
well, here's one other big takeaway I had from today's call with Malone, and that was that he was asked about his sort of coaching strategy, right, going into this bubble, and it was kind of phrased as like some X's and O's and rotation, and he's like, guys, this tournament, I don't remember his exact phrasing, but the way I interpreted it was, guys, this tournament's not about that. I'm just focused on keeping these guys happy, motivated, and together. And I really believe that's if you think about basketball, we talk about head coaching all the time, and people always focus on the X's and O's, or is this coach a smart coach? Yep. I think that's 50% or less of the game. I think the other 50% is these guys just have to manage multi-millionaire 20-something guys and somehow get them to all come together. And I think that is even more so the case here, where it's Malone's job is going to literally be keeping Jokic happy, keeping Murray happy, keeping all of these guys. And it sounded to me like it was really a preview to what we're about to see here. The team that is the most cohesive, the most happy, the most just like put together is probably going to have the best chance. Yeah.
If I could give him a piece of advice, I would say focus on Jokic in the keeping freely, happy department, right?
For the team that plays freely, the team that plays. You said tight, but I almost even wonder loose at this point, right? And is able to just have fun with it and be themselves. And there was a taste last year of that Nuggets team almost like being so naive that it was like a tool, right? An asset in their bag. If you can find a way to capture that again, like, hey, we're just playing ball and we'll see what happens. That's a good thing.
Can I put the most optimistic? This just came to me, and it's this like
let's go
optimism from heaven.
Let's do it. I need this.
Denver 2 years in a row has had their best runs in January when everyone's gotten hurt and you've had to throw out the playbook and just been like, you know what, we don't. Chanchar doesn't know any of the plays. Let's just run, let's play freely, and it's worked. I wonder if maybe we get a little of that. And then if you go back even further, Denver has gotten out of the gate really hot both years. Same thing. You haven't quite put the full playbook in. We're just down to bare bones. Am I being too optimistic, Harrison, to say that, hey, maybe this is the perfect thing for the Nuggets?
No, man, I'm with you. I feel like we talked about this before. That's a reason they've started out so well each of the last 2 seasons. Yeah. Because everybody's just figuring it out. A lot of teams shuffle it up every year. They haven't played together a lot. Yeah. And the Nuggets just come out of the gate. They know what they're doing. Yeah. So I just feel like they catch a lot of teams with that. And look, this is the beginning of a new season. Like, this is a beginning of the new season where everybody just has the same team. Like, that's what this is.
Mostly and you like hearing Malone's perspective on that. There was a comment that was up on the feed a few minutes ago. Pop and Phil Jackson were philosophical. He feels like Malone is there too. Of course, I'm not going to throw Malone in Pop and Phil Jackson's
I will. I'll do it
echelon as a coach, but doesn't this seem to be a guy who seems to have some understanding that his relationship with these guys and his role in terms of guiding them can be as much of an off-the-court mentor, right, and an ego management mentor as it is an X's and O's guy. I think Malone gets that, and I attribute that to a lot of his success in Denver.
Absolutely. That is absolutely his strength. We've talked about this a lot. That is number one what Michael Malone is able to do is he's able to garner respect of his players. He's able to sort of talk to them on a human level. Everywhere he goes in the league, he's played, he's coached LeBron James. He's coached a lot of the biggest names, and they all love him. He was the Boogie Cousins whisperer. I mean, Michael Malone's failings are all the X's and O's that other people that focus on, but it really, I mean, that's only a portion, and he's learning. He's getting better at it. So,
what if the Nuggets signed Cousins to be the backup center?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's not do it.
Let's not do it. Yeah,
Let's do it. But get us out of here before we speak something terrible into existence.
Let's take a hard right turn after that.
Great.
Yeah. Well, we all know we got July 4th coming up here. Nothing I would rather be drinking if I'm at a park or if I'm in the mountains during July 4th than a Breck Brew. So swing by Davidson's. Yeah, pick up some Mountain Beach, pick up some Strawberry Sky, pick up the 15-can sampler. Davidson's has curbside pickup and delivery. You can also get Breck Brew at your local liquor store, grocery store. They got it everywhere.
What do you guys get? What beer do you get at the DNVR bar? I always go Mountain Beach. For some reason, it's just it's delicious all the time, but in the tall glass, oh my God.
I had 3 Monte Mosaics during the Blade fight.
That's really working this in.
Fetch is not gonna happen.
It's an underrated Breck Brew. Very underrated.
I always
brew.
panic. There's so many up there, and I always just get the Mile High City one because it's the only one I can remember because we have reads.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also the most slammable, which is like
True,
whenever I go to the DNVR bar, I'm always on a mission.
The slammable factor.
Yeah.
For sure.
For people, I don't know if people know this. We're talking about the DNVR bar. Great social distancing. The plan in place. People maybe have this idea that's like packed, everybody jumping up and down. No. You go there, you're in your own little section with your group. You go up and get food. So if people were wondering about going, it's really more of a restaurant than a bar at this point. I mean, the bar part
That's why
of it.
We're still open.
That's why we're still open. It's not at this crammed bar. So if you want to go there for dinner or lunch or just have a drink with a buddy, you could properly social distance there if you feel comfortable with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, guys, if you're thinking about going back to school, maybe you're looking to finish up your undergraduate degree. Maybe you're looking to go back and get a second degree. Could not recommend MSU Denver Online anymore. I'm taking a class there right now. So is our coworker Ali Monroy.
I gotta say, you seem better since you've taken that. You've definitely bettered yourself already.
Do I seem? Yeah.
It's true.
Before
The proof is in the pudding. Proof is in the pudding.
Now, we better.
But MSU Denver Online, the teachers are awesome. Super engaged. They respond to your emails within a matter of minutes, and the course content is super relevant. I just remember taking so many classes in my undergrad where I'd be learning this stuff and I know I would never use it outside of the classroom. But with MSU Denver Online, all the content is super relevant. So check out their course list online, and maybe you'll be taking a class like me.
Love it. Guys, we're going to segue here. Look, it's perfect timing. Right as the song was ending, I didn't even have to hit
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Cooler if you just let it happen.
It was reported today, John Krasinski up in Minnesota, I believe, right? Minneapolis. He did a survey of all of I shouldn't say all, 33 coaches and assistant coaches who you assume these are the people that would know about players and which ones are the toughest to scheme for, whatever. They gave a survey to see who should be on the all defensive team. Now, of course, this is a media vote, so this survey that he did is very unofficial. But how many total votes would you guess Denver Nuggets players received?
Eric.
How would I would guess
first
0.
team, second team. Ooh.
I would guess they received 0 votes.
Gary Harris got 1 second place vote, and that was it. None for Torrey Craig, none for Paul Millsap.
Yeah.
Can I? Actually, I don't. I guess I'm ruining it here by going first, but I'm not surprised, and I don't know that I personally feel like anybody was robbed. Harrison, am I wrong?
Probably not. I feel like we might regard the Nuggets defense here in Denver a little higher than the rest of the league, maybe. Just because we know where they came from. They came from literally the worst defense in the league to one that's been in the top 10 last year and kind of went in and out of the top 10 this year. So maybe we hold it in a little higher regard. But, I mean, I don't know. I think Gary Harris is one of just, like, the better one-on-one stoppers, like, at the two-guard spot, like, in the league. I think he's deserving of a little more credit than that.
Yeah, I just remembered we were calling him first team for a while, remember?
Well, his teammates were.
Yeah.
And look, Gary Harris's defensive accomplishments this season, or defensive prowess, is something that I think we pick up on either as media members or diehard fans of the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah,
Not really something that's sort of popping outside of that context. Then you apply that to 30 teams. I mean, how many guys out there maybe have a better sort of defensive resume than we would have known or we would have guessed? So I can't sit here and say with any sort of definitive knowledge like Gary was robbed. I'm not super surprised. But maybe some second team votes.
Yeah, he did.
More than one for a guy who had that stretch of shutting down.
Yeah, he had that outrageous stretch. Remember when he extinguished?
Held like
Dame
Bradley
Lillard?
Beal to 3 of 12. Held Devin Booker to like
Incredible
3 of
stretch.
15. Like James Harden, he had that stretch over the first like third of the season. That was definitely first team all defense worthy.
Oh yeah, remember Dame Lillard came in and was hotter than the sun, and he shut him down. He had like 50-point games in the like 6 leading up, and Gary like absolutely contained him.
Yeah.
But it's just we remember that stretch and it was right at the beginning of the season. But
It's not even just that, I don't think. I think it has a lot to do with, you talk about like a Kawhi Leonard. There's nobody you say, oh, well, he's not good against that guy. Or this type, this archetype, he's good. Gary Harris and Torrey Craig both, I think, have a type that they're dominant against. But they have also players that I don't think James Harden goes, oh my God, it's I can't score on this guy. And when you're talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo, yeah, there's nobody that says, well, he just can't guard so-and-so. He can guard everybody. And I think all of your all-defensive team guys either can guard everyone or can guard almost everyone. And I just don't know if – am I being a hater vote? I don't know if Torrey Craig and Gary Harris are that guy.
no, I mean, first of all, Craig just doesn't play enough, right? Flat out for him to really be in consideration. Harris, I think we all know, like his defensive impact. He's not the most versatile defender. He's not super switchable. There are matchups that he does struggle with. So no, I mean, look, it's not like a highway robbery, but look, if he has that stretch in a Lakers uniform, a Bulls uniform, a Knicks uniform, even, yeah, he gets more than one vote.
What about a vote for Michael Malone? Shutting down MPJ. Yeah!
I love that you both are his biggest fan and also just ready for these.
I was for that one was for the people. Come on.
Still a fan, baby. Still a fan.
Brian Windhorst today was reporting. I don't know if I should say reporting. He always gets mad when you say reporting when he says something on a podcast. But he has been talking about how the Brooklyn Nets are very interested in Bradley Beal. Now, we were talking before this. You guys all laughed at me for bringing this up. You're like, everybody's interested in him. Windhorst says things when it's like, oh, something interesting. Like he's laying the framework, it seems like. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but to me, when I hear that, I go, okay, things are happening. This is something people are talking about behind the scenes. What's your first thought about that, Harrison? When Bradley Beal joining the Big Two, becoming a Big Three there in Brooklyn?
My first thought, I feel like Brooklyn has the assets to do it. They've got the trade chips to do it, and the fact that DeAndre Jordan ruled himself out of Disney World, Spencer Dinwiddie might not be going. Like, oh, Jared Allen might get a lot of playing time here. This is a nice little showcase for a Jared Allen trade in the Bradley Beal deal. But I think they got a lot of pieces, and the Nets, where they're at right now, are definitely the team, like the Nets have done before, that will go 3, 4, 5 years into the future and hand away or give away first-round picks.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So the Nets are definitely in position to do that again for the second time this decade. So I could see it for sure.
Yeah.
The main reason I can see it is because you have to ask yourself, well, why would Washington do it? Washington might do it because Bradley Beal might have said, do this or I'm making it happen when I can. And KD and Kyrie might be a situation where, as of now, he doesn't want to leave. But if he has a chance to win a title, and as the third peg on that team, he would certainly see it that way. That's an enticing situation. That said, though, if we're going to sit here and say Brooklyn has the assets, man, there are other teams in the league that have more enticing assets. And I don't know if I can imagine Brooklyn getting that deal done. I know we're not doing a Denver segment here, but
you know what though?
make it happen.
To me, this feels totally like the Knicks and Carmelo, where it's just the who's running the show over there. There's a lot of pressure, it seems like, from the two stars to say, do whatever you got to do this now. So if you're the Wizards, yeah, you'd love to have some of these players, but where are you really going? What you really want to think about is, can I get some great assets in return that maybe I could build off of going forward? And if Brooklyn is rolling the dice on this extremely volatile team, I mean, I would go all in for it. Yeah, I'll take your 2022, 2024 picks. Let's do that.
Oh man, do we think Kevin Durant is going to be in Brooklyn in 3 years? No way, right?
No,
Kyrie Irving? No way.
Kyrie won't be on Earth.
If you're Brooklyn, you already committed to the big three when you got the first two. You know what I mean? I mean, you're gutting what you had, so lean in and get
yeah. I mean, they made it seem like DeAndre Jordan was the third of the big three, and I know. I'm saying that is proving.
I
to be
bet
false.
Even Kyrie and Kevin Durant would change their tune if Bradley Beal was in town.
And Bradley Beal is officially in his pre-agency also, so we are in the mode now where if it's mentioned that the end of your deal is coming, it's like it's just free game, like it's game on, you know.
Yeah. Can I tell you something? Bradley Beal, I do not think would be happy there, because he is clearly the third guy. The other two have the ball in their hands for most of the time, so he doesn't do any of the fun stuff he does with the ball in his hands. I don't know that he would be. I don't know if that would work for him.
Well, but they're both super chill guys who never rub their teammates the wrong way.
Yeah, right. I know. Just three chill dudes hanging out, playing cards.
Just playing hoops, man. Just playing hoops.
Right, for the love of the game, baby.
Brooklyn. I mean, I keep thinking about what Sam Esfandiari said on the show last week, where he's like, they're totally going to go 40-42, sneak into the 8th seed, dominate the playoffs off mid-range isolations, and win the championship. It's going to ruin everything. It's going to be broken. I'm like, regular
I know
season
it's tough.
matter.
It's tough because like everything Brooklyn was doing well, all they had going for them. Kenny Atkinson was killing it. You're like, this is a great league pass team.
Yeah.
Don't touch them, right? Don't touch them. But if I'm a Nets fan and you go, but you can have Kyrie,
totally,
KD, and maybe Bradley Beal. You're like,
totally.
yeah.
See you in hell, D'Lo. Bye.
Adam Silver, another piece of news here. Adam Silver has said that they are considering playing the games on tape delay to weed out any bad language that might.
Finally, the scourge that is attacking our nation will be addressed. Bad language.
Everyone wants to say we got to get the live trash talk. You're never going to get the live trash talk because it's so much worse than you think.
Oh, my God.
It is so not.
You know what? I don't know, though, because I've always thought that, too. But then you hear the stories that some of the people that have come out and be like, oh, this is what he said or whatever. And I'm like, offensive, cross the line or whatever. But I just assumed guys were doing this nonstop. Some of the stuff, you called me the B word. Sounds right.
Kevin Garnett not being in the league anymore makes it probably okay. I think if he was still in the league, it would be. I feel like we're going to get a lot of players called hoes, Michael Jordan.
There'd be a lot of that.
That was really jarring to hear MJ use that. It's such a weird
Ho was really big in the 90s, man. You just don't understand. Ho
it doesn't really have a lot of ring or oomph to it. It's not like a really satisfying.
I just want to hear Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler mic'd up for a game.
Just nonsensical anger
to his own guys.
Torturing is psychological torture.
I want to. You guys remember Happy Gilmore? My favorite scene when he's just cursing on the course and they're just beeping out random words because it's live. That's what I want. Just somebody with a beep that's just guessing. I think, oh god, here they come. I thought that was fun.
Who's the number one Nuggets trash talker?
They said, didn't Booth say it was Murray?
That makes sense.
It'll
be MPJ one day, though.
Will it?
I think he's been talking trash before he was playing basketball with them. So
I don't know if he's talking trash as much as he's talking like I am about golf. There's a difference between.
I'm great.
Wait a minute.
All right, Mike.
This golf thing of yours is a facade? You don't really have this deep-rooted...
First of all, no, it is not a facade. I am extremely confident that I'm going to be good at it. My clubs are right over there. They look gorgeous.
We've got this joke over the bucket, and we're just every last drop we can get.
It's not even a joke. You guys think it's a joke, but it's not. Before we go to break, I want to... play a quick game of pause because we have the greatest clip. Do we have pause queued up? Look at my
Oh, wow.
I love this graphic. Look at
Who's
that
producing
thing.
tonight?
The super producer Kale. That's who. We got a clip here. It's a fantastic clip of Stephen A. Smith trying to explain a situation.
Situation.
Do we have that clip up here, Kale? Okay, let's cue it up. Let's be ready to pause here as needed.
It's the reason you gotta be worried. I wanted to hold off on saying this, y'all.
Oh man,
but I can't hold it more.
Pause.
Jay Williams.
Jay Williams is not. Who's the most uncomfortable with whatever is about to come out of Stephen A. Smith?
Jay Williams definitely knows what's coming. I don't think the other two do.
It's the two. Yeah, it's the two men in the room that know exactly where he's going.
Max is so amused. Max is so ready.
Max is kind of leaning in like, I don't think he's about to say what I think.
Oh, they both know exactly what he's about to say.
All right, let's see.
Do we really think that the recreational activities, what these guys are accustomed to, are going to be compromised for 3 months? I mean, somebody's got to say it. Somebody's got to say it. You really, really think that people are going to be without their wives or their woman?
I don't know if anyone had to say it.
Okay. I'll say this. Stephen A's 100% right. He's 100% right.
This is why they need a SWAT team. This is why they need a SWAT team guarding the NBA players.
I love it. He also said somebody else has to say it, and then he can't say it.
And then he can't say it.
All right, let's see if he actually does
elemental.
say it. Okay? I mean, the guys that are married without their wives, the guys that ain't married without their women. You really, really think they honoring a bubble for 3 months and are going to deprive? Somebody got to tell the truth.
Stephen A., they set up ping pong tournaments. There's lots of fun activities scheduled.
Pause. Hold on.
Okay, Molly knows she's baiting. She knows exactly.
Yeah, she's joking. She's kidding, of course.
Exactly. But there's ping pong, Stephen A.
Yeah, there's ping pong. What else do you need? I mean, you can. All right, play again. We can keep this uncomfortable video going.
I just said forget 3 months. They gonna struggle with 3 weeks. Why you think they won in Vegas?
Again, he's 100% right.
That's right. Why do you think they wanted Vegas? All right. Well, it is a bubble, though, right?
Can we stop? Can we stop? The issue right now is that you in Orlando for the first month. You got to be alone. You understand? Trust you me. When guys wanted to go to Vegas, because they definitely wanted to go to Vegas. I know this for a fact, Jay. I know you know they wanted to be in Vegas. You could have rented out the win and or something like that. You could have done
Jay
that.
Williams
All right,
on
and had some semblance.
Did he just Jay Williams? I know you know what I'm talking about, right?
My mind's like, I thought you were talking about
He's just desperately trying to get somebody on his side of the argument here.
Nobody wants to cross over to his
no one
side.
wants to touch it.
Of a bubble, and cats would have been happy. The reason why they're looking at Orlando, they're like, damn, you got to go through gates, you got to go through a lot of hoops just to do anything. That's a problem for them. Somebody got to say it.
All right, that's good.
Hey, look, I gotta say, man, I'm all in on Stephen A. I think the guy is a force of nature.
I love him.
He's
love
so
Stephen A.
talented, man. He was made for stuff like that.
I love Stephen A.
I mean, that was hilarious. But he's also, like you said, Harrison, not wrong. We're talking about
Not at all wrong.
Why didn't they pick Vegas? I think
for this very reason.
For that exact reason.
No, I think it's because ESPN and there's ownership. Disney. We're talking about conglomerates. We're talking about larger.
Ding.
I'm sorry, but I think you're only partially right about this.
You only need to be partially right.
No. I'm saying because would you feel more if you had to bet money, more likely for guys to break the bubble and go outside if they're in Las Vegas or if they're in Disney World? Well, that has to be part of it. No, am I crazy here? That's got to be part of it.
You're crazy. Yeah, because the NHL is going to go to Vegas, and they're no different.
Well, I don't know. We'll see if what's successful. But I think being in Orlando is it's much more like, hey guys, there's only a Chili's, there's nothing else around.
It's a lot harder to break the bubble.
Yeah, you got to drive an hour away just to get outside of the campus. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Plus, Keith Smith's just going to be.
I was just going to say, like, you gotta DM Keith Smith to get a golf cart to spring you.
The fence. It's on foot.
Let's take
All
a
right.
break. When we get back, we'll dick around some more.
All right, then. As listeners of this show know, I haven't had the greatest back over the last, 5 years or so. But
I'm on this show and I didn't know.
I didn't know that either.
All right.
I should start listening to the show.
But CBD has definitely helped with that. And Strava Craft Coffee is absolutely packed with
Facts.
CBD.
Facts.
You can get it for 20% off when you use the code DNVR20. It also helps with anxiety, arthritis, IBS. If you've just got some stress during this quarantine, Strava Craft Coffee packed with CBD and can just help you out.
Or if you just like to feel, or if you just like to feel relaxed. You don't need to have any ailments to enjoy Strava Craft or CBD.
Yeah. We could all be a little more relaxed these days. We definitely could. Also, guys, the sports landscape is constantly evolving, and this week is no different. Luckily for us sports fans, DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, has us covered. And for a limited time, DraftKings Sportsbook is offering a sign-up bonus for up to $1,000. You could use that to bet on golf this weekend, European soccer. I did see on DraftKings also, you can bet on the July 4th Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Oh, the number of hot dogs? I'm in on that. I'm absolutely
Get
in
your
on that.
bets in. I might have to choose that for my pick of the week later.
Oh, my
I'm on a bit of a cold streak, I have to say. I've lost my last two bets, and they were.
That's not a cold streak.
That's not a cold shit.
Well,
That's how betting goes.
I was.
That's a cold streak for somebody who just started sports betting a month ago.
Yeah, right. That's right. With a small amount of bets in play, it's a large percentage, and they were large bets for me. They were $20 a piece.
Ooh.
That's some damage. D-line taking damage here. Yeah, but make sure to download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code DNVR when you sign up. For a limited time, all new users can get a sign-up bonus for up to $1,000. That's code DNVR when you sign up to get a $1,000 sign-up bonus only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, Colorado only. Bonus is comprised of a first deposit bonus and a first bet match, each up to $500. Deposit bonus requires a 25 times playthrough. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
We almost had two perfect reads that went right the exact length of our song.
That's how I do it, baby. That's how I do it.
Work there. So I did want to talk a little bit about my bird.
Oh no!
I guess we're being interrupted. We're being interrupted here.
Wow.
I guess online with D-line.
Wow!
Favorite game.
Wow!
I love that. Baby
Wow!
memes.
Is this a game? Is this a game? I feel like this is life.
Yeah, it's a segment. It is life.
I'm a little pissed we're skipping Bird Corner today. But that's just
Well, I didn't know. Yeah, we could still do Bird Corner. I certainly don't want to.
Shouts we found out in the Discord channel today, the DNVR Lounge. Lots of birders amongst the DNVR subscribers. So maybe Bird Corner's coming.
Okay,
Birders?
well,
Is that what it's called? Birders.
well, hey guys.
Hey,
Come on, get it out.
Well, guys, I don't know about you, but I like to spend some of my time online these days. I don't know if you guys spend any of your time there, but every now and again I like to show you what's going on online. So let's have a look, shall we? Here's the first. You know what? We have not really discussed this. This is a little bit of an older online entry, but it's. Let's see if it still exists. It's always. The NBA players will wear a smart ring in Orlando. Well, maybe right. That is apparently capable of predicting COVID-19 symptoms up to 3 days in advance. I haven't really heard of this since this initial report. Maybe
it's
this is
because
science
the
fiction.
90% thing is absolute bullshit. It's
Yeah.
100% bullshit. Is what it is.
That would be important technology. to
That's why you
propagate.
haven't heard about it since.
Okay.
Because if we could do that, the world would look a lot different.
So, have you guys heard of a Whoop bracelet that detects your heartbeat and your pulse, and if anything's irregular, your sleeping patterns?
Yeah,
Sounds Big Brother to me, man.
yeah, it does.
That's what this is.
So you're telling me that this is junk science, and I've wronged not only you but the
I've
viewers.
seen the timeline clowning this thing over the last few days, which might be. But I have a hard time believing like Adam Silver and the group of attorneys in the NBA front office got duped by this like magic ring. I feel like there's more to the story we haven't quite uncovered.
Well, like what it can tell you is if like your sleeping patterns are weird and like your heartbeat is irregular, and that could be a sign that you're getting sick. You know, but I mean, 90% accuracy. That's
down
shenanigans.
With it. I want one.
Harrison's not in. Obviously,
everyone wants one.
Obviously, the immediate joke to go to is that this is the way the Nuggets are going to get a ring, which I don't like that joke.
Yeah, I don't like that joke either.
All right, well, what else would you say is going on So check it out, guys. We haven't really discussed this either. I've got a couple old ones I'd like to get in play here.
Yeah.
Look at this luscious,
I was just looking at it.
vibrant, full head of hair that Michael Malone possesses and does not choose to debut or to show to us. He's a willful bald man. Like, he's decided to go bald. That's not like generally the route people go. Like,
I've got like a 3, maybe 4 pepper take. I'm in on the beard, and I don't like when people bully him out of that beard. I want more of that in my life.
First of all, nobody bullies Michael Malone. Like,
I don't know. Everyone told him it was horrible, and then one day it was gone. That could have been an 82 game look. But
really?
Yeah. He has a great beard. What are you talking about? The one thing I'll say though about the hair is it's a completely different color than the beard. It's what throws me off.
Yeah. I've learned as an aging man that the beard is what goes first. Like for whatever reason, the beard gets dipped in the salt and pepper before the top of the head does.
As you have demonstrated in my cartoon avatar, for me it's right here. It's the sides. If you look at the avatar, it's very gray there. Thank you.
Do we think the hair makes it to Disney World?
Oh,
I almost asked him that. Oh my God! Look at that. That's actually the opposite. You screwed it up. You didn't pay attention to detail here. No, I almost asked him that today, but it would have been weird if that was my only question.
And that's why we're fighting against racial injustice. Coach, what about the hair?
Yeah, it wasn't exactly the time.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, I gotta say, I like what you just said, but wow, look at you.
Wow, my question's going to be really tough given the moment, but
I'm going to bet he shaves it.
All right, well, hey guys, what else is going online these days? Let's find out, shall we? Together. So, Barcelona has reopened their opera house with a performance to 2,292 plants. Is this a possibility for the NBA in the bubble? Would you like to see that arena full of houseplants?
How is this not The Onion? That's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't get it. What's the point here?
I don't know. I think that they.
If you read to your plants, they're supposed to grow faster, right? I think I.
So you're saying that kid. So your point is that this is for the benefit of the plants.
I think it's honestly to give us one of the most eerie photos you could possibly imagine. That's what this is. This feels like people that are the last survivors on Earth, and those are your audience because there's no one else to talk to. They've lost their minds. Right. But yes, I could see plants in the arena.
Okay.
What kind of plants would they be? Never mind. Let's move on.
Okay. Well, you don't want to talk about that anymore. So I guess we'll find out what else is going on online these days. Let's find out here, shall we? Online. Let's see here. Look at this. We're talking about hair.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Look at this little guy. Look at this little junior guy. This little Michael Porter Jr. man.
Man, that is an incredible head of hair.
What do we think about this?
I think it looks awesome.
Yeah.
All the pictures of me when I'm a kid with my hair looks completely stupid.
So my hair looked exactly like that when I was younger, but it was blonde. No joke.
I believe that. We gotta see these photos.
He put one in the chat. Or was it on Twitter? It was for Father's Day photo.
Yeah.
Young Wind. We gotta get that on next.
Man, we gotta get that on. Anyway, I think MPJ's long curly hair. It's incredible. That's a great young photo.
It is. So what else is going on right now, guys? Okay, so the Denver Nuggets put this graphic out today, bench mob, which I was like, yeah. And then I looked at the bench mob and I was like, who are these? The Nuggets? Who are? I only know 2 of these players.
Yeah, you don't get to declare every bench unit a mob.
Right. Shouldn't the mob have been together at some point? Played 1 minute of basketball together before they could be a mob.
Honest question, man. If you would have thrown this graphic out, obviously before the summer, how many? All these guys are new. Only every single one of them.
I know.
Watko is really the only guy we had heard of. Like he's the only guy's name who would have registered with us.
That's so true.
If this graphic had been thrown out before the season.
That's crazy.
Let's do the steps where we just go left to right and make the name each one. Yeah. What is the name of this player?
Yeah.
So I've got just one more here.
Okay.
Well, I've got one. What else going on online these days, guys? Okay. So today we played the Oddcast Cup. Today it was Oddcast podcast versus broadcast.
This was super fun.
When I say we, I mean RK and Hank challenged Radio Mosier and Vic Lombardi to a game of golf, and we call it the Oddcast Cup, and we came up a little short. Unfortunately, it was tied going into the last two. RK absolutely got in his own head, flew one out of the bunker, sailed the green, and it was just over from that point. But it was very close. It came down to the end. But it was a championship for all of Denver media. We all came together. We were one big family. Fun was had by all, but at the same point in time, F-U altitude. I can't believe they took the Oddcast Cup.
That was fun though. It was super fun, and Mosier and Vic are great. So
They were.
Oh, I've got something to plug here, guys. Tomorrow we're going to be tweeting out from DNVR Nuggets. We're going to be tweeting out a link. We're starting something new on DNVR Gaming. I'm going to be streaming a regular season with the Denver Nuggets on 2K. But we want you to help us create a player who's going to fill a gap on the Nuggets roster. So we'll put that out there tomorrow. We'll put it in the Discord. Help me. We'll vote. What kind of player archetype is this? What's the name? Where are they from?
okay,
Colorado,
let's talk about
Serbia?
those. Let's talk about those real quick. So what
Oh,
is
I'm
it?
with it.
Yeah. So what? So first off, what is like our first thing we have to vote on tomorrow?
Well, we got to figure out what kind of player we really want to add to the Nuggets here.
Let's
right?
do it. Let's make it a good player.
So is it? Well, yes, but
Okay.
do we want like a 3-and-D wing? Do we want like a sharpshooter 2-guard? Or what about just like a J.R. Smith 6th-man gunner? Should not be out there in crunch time, but can give you 20 off the bench.
So let me understand this as an old person and a
Sure.
layman. So you are taking the current Nuggets roster as it exists, including that bench mob that I just showed,
That's correct.
through a season. But we, the people, have the opportunity to add the perfect piece to
That's
the
correct.
Nuggets roster.
And I see Mitchell already commented, just recreate JR. I like where his head's at, to be honest. That's one route we can go. But you guys will vote. Is he from Park Hill? Is he from Australia, Serbia? Where are we going to name this guy? Where do you go to college? All that stuff. So you help me plan that tomorrow. I'll hop on the stream Friday, and we'll treat those streams like a lounge kind of experience. We'll make it a mailbag. We'll shoot the shit. Should be a lot of fun.
Ooh, I like it. A Boban. Just add Boban. How good is this player going to be? So I guess there's got to be some flaws, right? Like we can't just make Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I think I want to cap it at probably like a 90 overall or like an 80
A 90?
overall.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know why
We'll
I was surprised by that.
Yeah,
What's
we'll
Jokic?
work together. We'll work together.
Jokic is a 90.
Yeah,
So we're going to add another Jokic caliber player? I mean, that seems we're going to win for sure. 2 Jokic, just make another Jokic.
All right. We'll workshop this off the air, but we'll put a cap on it. We'll put a cap.
We should just add like another center,
Bo
like
wants
a
no part of
Nurkic.
Whatever
That would be perfect.
OG Anunoby's measurements are, just take
Just get it
those.
right in.
Yeah,
let's get another Tyler Lydon type if we could.
I'm just going to recreate Michael Porter Jr. and name him Torrey Craig, and then I'll play him a lot.
Does somebody have to get booted from the rotation for this player?
Yeah, I was going to pick someone from that graphic.
Of the bench mob.
All right, guys, we got a guest here in backstage. We're excited. A longtime follower, longtime Denver Nuggets fan. It's Mitchell. Mitchell, what's happening, brother?
Yo, thanks for having me.
Do you have headphones?
Perch.
Do you have headphones? We got a guest here.
Yeah, I can grab headphones.
Grab headphones because there's an
Yeah,
echo.
otherwise it'll echo on us. Yeah, take it back. Get the hell out of here,
Get him
Mitchell.
out of here! Get him out of here! All right, how are we going to build it?
So Mitchell is a manager at Illegal Pete's in Fort Collins.
Correct.
He's also a devout, obviously Nuggets fan, but also a Perch participant
That's right.
at
Yeah.
Nuggets games.
Remember
I've
the
dapped him
Perch?
up many times. Yeah, I do remember the Perch. I don't
Back
want
when
to.
handshakes and high fives were accepted.
Oh my god. Oh, Adam. By the way, the Perch, not a reference to a bird. actually that's where we would hang out at games. I don't know. Perhaps too much time has passed.
You know
Maybe it was in the stars. Maybe it was meant to be.
Maybe it was meant to be. All right, I think it looks like Mitchell's back with his headphones. I could be wrong about that. Actually, but Caleb's not back, so I will just go ahead and add him on here. You got your headphones set up there, Mitch?
Looks like we're going maybe AirPod, Bluetooth, baby. So, but anyway, that's the point. Is that this is the virtual perch. Like people that come and hang out with us in the games, you should come on and hang out with us in the
5 years from now when you can go back out into the real world. No, I do have one thing we can fill the time here while he figures out how headphones work. You got two images here that somebody made. You know how everybody does this, where like there'll be an event and they're like, I made new Star Wars uniforms for everybody. Well, since everybody's going to Disney World, there have been two Nuggets graphics that have sort of been created here. Mitch, you can be a part of this. The first one, Kale, if you want to pull up the first one here. Eric, you're a designer.
I am a designer.
I want to know your thoughts on this first one.
Wow. Okay. So
design perspective,
I was under the impression that these were uniforms. So this is like one of those dopey logo
But Eric, don't you see the silhouettes of the dwarf going down the mountain?
I see. Well, first off, I see the silhouette of the dwarves going up the mountain. I also see our old logo in play.
Up or down? Wow, I thought they were going down too.
I thought they were going down. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why you guys suck. Dopey's in the back.
That's why you guys aren't designers.
Yeah, you don't just for like if you ever find yourself as designers or as actual miners, when you handle your pickaxe, you put it over your shoulder backwards. You don't lead with your pickaxe.
That's a great point. Okay.
Wow.
We have Doc looking over them in a weird sort of like godlike way. It's the old mountain. I'm out on this in ways that I can't describe how out on this I am.
This is the ugliest Nuggets logo, isn't it?
It's the worst. The color scheme is terrible. It's the wrong kind of cartoon. Stupid that mountain that they took off with the ribbon, like everything. I hate everything about this.
Yeah.
The other thing I don't like is when people put their name.
Watching the show just crushed.
I don't care. I don't care. You got to do better. Like when you put your name like so big that it becomes part of the design. That's like a juvenile way to go about it.
Mitchell, do you also hate this graphic?
Yes, very much. I hate that. Yes.
All right. Well, it is unanimous. All right, Kale. There's one other one that Eric can hate.
Oh yeah. Okay.
My eyes.
Okay. Well, this is. I mean, obviously, this is high concept.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on here. We've got a mix of a lot. Like this is a very modern cut with a very with the retro design. The shorts are oddly high. Like they go up very high, so the legs are very long.
Yeah, they are.
They've got this weird 7 right in the number is in a circle. I'll cut to the chase here. This sucks.
This is. I've been watching a lot of Project Runway lately. This is a lot like that.
Well, see, the thing, honestly, if this was a real design, it's the issue with something like this is that there's like 15 different ideas going on at the same time. Like you kind of got to pick one.
But too creative.
I like how they incorporated the arm sleeve, but like
yeah. Like if this was in fact Project Runway, Nina Garcia would tell you that you need to learn to edit yourself.
You know exactly. This is lit. We'll talk about this later.
I've watched seasons and seasons and seasons.
Season
of Project
16 is
Runway.
the GOAT, dude.
Mitchell, how many seasons of Project Runway have you watched?
It's been on the background for my wife, probably 1 or 2.
Yeah.
It's a great It's a great girlfriend-wife show to sit down and watch.
Gun, I guess, but that's all I really know about it.
No, it's a legit show. The shows like that, like competition shows, where creativity is at the heart of it, where you are put under pressure and you have to create something from nothing, are very interesting.
Totally.
So
what a pleasant surprise.
The one that we tried, the flower one, the big flower design one on Netflix during quarantine that came out. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Nope.
Giant floral sculptures. It wasn't good.
No Project Runway.
Tim Gunn is one of those guys that's like, everybody should wear a suit if they're traveling on a plane. And it's like, come on, man, get out of here. Like, I know you love fashion, but I just like being in my sweatpants and sandals when I'm on the plane. Maybe I'm just a troglodyte.
Until they make designer flower shirts and flip-flops, I'm probably out. I'm probably out in that kind of world.
Mitchell, I'm gonna throw you some free, some extra illegal Pete's promo here. What is the best thing on the illegal Pete's menu? Everybody that works at a place knows the secret menu, the secret best thing. Give me the secret best thing.
Secret best thing. No one really knows that our pesto is there.
I'm pesto all day.
Burritos. Unfortunately, it's not on the current reopened menu.
What?
I had no idea pesto was
it's a bummer. The extra hot is the best thing too. We don't really hide a lot of it. We keep it pretty simple.
Yeah.
No breakfast. Breakfast was the one that people didn't know either, but that's also not part of the reopen.
Breakfast burritos are
It's not
out of
part
this
either.
world.
Breakfast is fire.
It'll come back though. It'll come back.
It'll be back. We're 10:30 to 10 right now, so no breakfast.
Okay, all right, I got you. Well, Mitchell, I know you were adamant that you would be able to climb the steps. Are you?
Baby.
Is there any stretching or anything you need to do before you try to summit this?
Nah, born ready. Let's go.
Let's go. I
I've been
love
stretching
it.
all day, man.
That's perch power, baby. Let's do this. So wait, who's his helper?
He doesn't have one.
No, he has one. Who? You get to pick your helper, and it can't be Adam.
It can't be Harrison
because
he's seen
or
the
Harrison.
question.
So you're making me choose between Eric and Vote. Okay.
Yeah.
Pick Eric.
All right, Eric. Let's do this.
Yeah. Vote's been here for 11 minutes, so.
Yeah.
FYI, I think this is a pretty difficult version of the steps.
Pick vote.
But I'm confident in Mitchell because he knows his shit.
No, I got it.
All right, question number 1. It starts off easy. Which player did the Nuggets just convert from a two-way contract to a regular NBA contract?
PJ Dozier.
Compose, baby.
Composure.
PJ Composure is correct.
Let's go.
Question number 2. Which Nuggets player has spent much of quarantine doing magic tricks on TikTok?
Oh, that's Dad, Paul Millsap.
Yeah.
That is Paul Millsap. 2 for 2.
I hope he gets his own magic show in Orlando. They get him a theater. or something at
Dude,
Disney
you're
World.
miles ahead of. Wow, yeah, that's gotta happen. That's radio stuff. That's so good.
Question number 3. Which Nuggets player broke the NCAA record for assist to turnover ratio in 2014?
Monte Morris.
That's right, baby.
Man,
Let's
It
go.
is Monte Morris. Moving right along. Question number 4.
Oh yeah.
Which 3 Nuggets players started in every game they appeared in this season? There are only 3 of them. Which 3 players started in every game they appeared in this season?
Like if they played in the game, they started.
They
It
never,
doesn't mean
they never came off the bench.
It doesn't mean that they played every game. They started every game.
So Jokic. That's tough. Jokic.
It's hard.
Well, if it was 3, you could kind of eliminate them, I guess.
Right. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
Gary. It's not Paul.
So it's got. I mean, it's got to be Jamal, right?
It has to be Jamal, and probably I don't know, Thrill.
Man, this is tough.
Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Let me think about this.
Yeah, okay, so I mean, it's got to be Jamal. Jamal didn't come off the bench. Jokic. I can't think of.
Did Jamal come off the bench?
Did Millsap come off the bench ever?
Yes. Yeah, he
He
did.
did?
After coming back from hurt, he came off the bench. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'll say Jamal, Jokic, Thrill.
He got it!
Dude, what?
Not
That was like
easy.
the hardest number
Nice.
4 ever.
Yeah.
I told
First off,
you, they're
Harrison.
tough.
go.
We got it. I mean, come on.
It was a team effort.
All right, question number 5. Who is 3rd in points per game this season on the Nuggets, behind
clue.
Jokic and Murray?
Yeah, okay.
Third.
Points per game. Points per game.
I told you these are tough because these were supposed to be for Ryan and Romy when somebody was going to have 2 helpers.
Oh, baby.
Oh, yeah, that's.
So the
Let's see. I think
third.
it seems like it's probably. I mean, Thrill jumps to mind first.
Yeah.
I can't. No one else consistently is getting buckets for it.
So hard.
The third leading scorer.
I mean, man.
Bringing the heat.
Let's think about
I got.
Trust
I
your
mean,
gut,
what do
man.
you? Yeah, I think it's Thrill. I'm gonna go Thrill.
It is Will the Thrill Barton.
So wait, hold on, Harrison. Is Thrill the answer to every one of these questions?
You want to keep going, Mitchell? You're on a roll. These are really tough.
Let's go.
All right, let's keep going.
I get half the stickers if we. I have a desk full. I
You
want more.
couldn't give away all the stickers you have.
Man, screw you, man. You can do whatever you want, also, but I don't want to do.
Question number 6. What college did PJ Dozier attend?
Oh, God.
Oh, South Carolina. Gamecock.
Boom! South Carolina.
Dude, he's no hesitation on the even that one's even kind of hard.
I saw Alex English talking about him on
That's
Twitter
a
the other day.
great point.
Remember when Mitchell said he was ready for this, and you guys scoffed at him? Look at this man's ready.
This man was doing. I don't know.
I like this question. Question number 7. What Nuggets player has the most letters in his name?
What? Like different letters or total letters?
Total letters.
Total letters. And actually, I know this.
Longest name?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
I'll tell you, like, he's on the bench mob.
Oh, okay.
He's a player that we acquired late. So he's escaped, like, he's got a hyphen in his name.
Keita doesn't. I mean, that's only like 13 letters. That's not that. I mean,
it is longer than Bo.
Much longer than Bobo.
That's only has the same amount.
I feel like that.
What
do I know?
His Giop at the end is very short.
Yeah, that's.
It's not as long as it sounds.
Only. Trying to think of who else you could even be. It's not. None of the starters.
Yeah, it might be Keita Giop. I think you're right.
I'm gonna say Michael Porter Jr. If the junior counts.
No. You're right.
Is that your final answer?
No. Go hyphen it. Go hyphen it.
The Undertaker has just taken over.
All right. Well, I'm gonna roll with D-line on this one then. Keita Bates Giop.
It is Keita with the hyphen. With the hyphen.
Yo, you gotta fix that, Mike. That is crazy.
That thing again.
All right, moving along here. Question number 8. These are tough.
Does Harrison not realize that he's killing us? Harrison, your mic is killing us.
I'm sorry. I'm just getting into it, man.
No, it's Adam, you got to take over the reading. This sounds like that scene in Old School where he gets hit with the dart. I love you, man, but you're crazy. You're crazy.
How are you
Adam,
now,
you got to take over. This,
all right, number 8. Eating the Nuggets. Oh, who is leading the Nuggets in 3-point percentage this season?
I think Dad is my first. Is my first guess. Paul Millsap, but because he's having his best year ever, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely not Murray. Confusingly,
no, it's not Jokic.
Not Jokic.
Definitely.
Who
not
are our
Gary.
shooters that shoot? We've got.
I think it's either Jeremy Grant or Millsap.
Oh, it might be Grant. It might be Jeremy.
I think Millsap's over 40 though.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Wait
go
a minute.
Millsap. No? Wait a minute. What do you think?
I honestly don't know, but I do know that Thrill is seems to be Harrison's go-to. I don't know if that's the answer.
Yeah, I mean, when you don't know, gets thrilled. No, I'm gonna say Millsap. Final answer.
That is correct.
Ah, yes.
Number 10. He's on a roll. Here's for a T-shirt.
Oh, baby.
Number 10. Who did the Denver Nuggets trade Shabazz Napier for?
Oh.
Ooh. Oh, I forgot we had Shabazz Napier.
Yeah, he's not on the team anymore. He's not on the team anymore. Remember, he
was that the McRae? Was it McRae?
Yes.
I'm gonna say McRae. Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You owe me half a T-shirt. I want that half T-shirt.
Mitchell, T-shirt's a great prize, man. It's a great prize. Do you want to take it, or do you want to try to go all the way?
Let's keep going.
Oh my God!
Wow.
For a lifetime subscription. Let's do it.
I would say it was hubris, but this man can't be stopped. This is just straight confidence.
Harrison, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back here. Did you skip question 9 though?
Probably.
Yep. Who cares? Let's go.
We'll just go to that one next.
Okay.
Question number 11. What college did Tyler Cook attend?
Oh, fudge.
I believe
New
he went to
two-way
the University of Iowa.
Boom! Got him.
He got it. Wow.
Yo.
Legendary run here. Question
This was
number 12.
not an easy steps either.
Yeah, this really wasn't.
What number pick was Gary Harris selected with?
Ooh, okay. Late teens.
I think he's 15.
Let's see. We flipped. It was him and Nurkic, right? And now
Yeah. Yeah.
was Nurk. I think it was 12 for. I want to say it was 12 for 15 and 18.
Yeah.
But which one was which?
Gary came first because
Gary came first?
that was the one. That was the guy we were slotted to get. Anyway, they like if you did every mock leading up to that draft, it was always the Nuggets were going to end up with Gary Harris, but they somehow turned their pick into Gary Harris and Yusuf Nurkic.
Let's say 15.
Oh! Is it 17? What is it?
19.
God damn it!
19.
I'll bring you a T-shirt. Listen, Mitchell, I'm going to bring you a T-shirt at the. I can't believe that's true. 19.
It is true. It is true. It's a tough one. Harrison with the toughest steps ever, but also an impressive finish. I would say that was maybe the second most impressive run I've seen here.
That's a
I
Mount
feel
Rushmore
terrible.
appearance, I think.
It's a Mount Rushmore appearance for sure.
Did I give him wrong information outside of me saying
He didn't have it
explicitly
either, though.
15?
He didn't have it. It was 19. The answer is 19.
But was I right about all of the other information, just not the actual number?
Well, you tried to talk about a Paul Millsap at one point, so you were also wrong about
Well, no,
that.
I mean on that I just want to know if I can sleep tonight. Like
You shouldn't be able to sleep tonight. No, it's you really failed it.
Okay,
It's a no
good.
from us.
It's going to be a no dog. Everybody, thanks so much for hanging out with us today. Tomorrow, Chris Dempsey. Everybody's like big brother in the Denver media. Love that guy. Can't wait for him to come on. It's going to be a fantastic show. So tune in tomorrow. Bo will be hosting. Dempsey will be in here. We're going to have some fun. See you then.